Another big story tonight. Recalled Alameda County District Attorney Pamela Price is refusing to answer questions about the recall election.
We will speak to the election at the appropriate time. Now is not the time nor the place.
Today was Price's first news conference since losing the recall election. She still has not conceded, despite the Associated Press calling the race nearly a week ago now. It's worth noting there are still votes to count. So far, 64% of Alameda County voters have voted in favor of recalling Price, who currently trails by more than 120,000 votes. At a press conference today about another topic, she said today was not the time to discuss the election. But Price has so far failed to say when that time will be. Meanwhile, the DA announced today that she has filed criminal charges against a host of Alameda County Sheriff's deputies for the in-custody death of an inmate in 2021. KRON 4's Dan Kerman reports.
The death of Maurice Monk while in custody at the Santa Rita jail back in November of 2021 has now led to criminal charges against officers and medical personnel responsible for his well-being.
Our Public Accountability Unit has in fact reviewed the November 15th, 2021 in custody death at Santa Rita County Jail of Mr. Maurice Monk and concluded with criminal charges filed against 7 current Alameda County Sheriff's deputies, 2 former Alameda County Sheriff's deputies, and 2 medical staffers.
At a news conference Thursday, Alameda County District Attorney Pamela Price said all are charged with dependent adult abuse and 3 are also charged with falsifying documents.
This family has had to deal with the loss of their loved one and the feeling that, people were not being held accountable for it, and that it was essentially going to be swept under the rug if not for the family being committed to getting justice for their loved one. So this is one more step in the direction to righting the wrong.
Attorney Adante Pointer represents Monk's family in a federal civil rights lawsuit filed against the county and medical provider WellPath.
The jail staff, including the medical staffers, have a duty and an oath to take care of people, to make sure they get their medication, and to check on them. That did not happen for Mr. Monk. Instead, he was allowed to lay in his bed for several days in his own excrement as the lunch and the meal trays piled up, as his medication was simply thrown on the floor, expecting him to take that stuff. And that didn't happen. No one thought so much of him as to go in and check on him to find out if he was okay. Ultimately, when it did happen after several days later, he was already dead.
Pointer says he's concerned whoever takes over the DA's office may not follow through with the criminal charges. Price refused to speak to that at Thursday's news conference. At this point, no arraignment date has been set for either the deputies or the civilians involved in the Monk prosecution. In Oakland, Dan Kerman, KRON 4 News.